Drake right now trying to knock off the 4th-ranked team in the country.
Who's the Drake?
Caitlin Clark shut out in the 3rd quarter, 0 for 5 shooting the ball. Dinnerbeer has been on her a lot of the day.
How could you not like the Drake?
And inside, there's contact. A game that has been seen very few fouls called. That is for a total that is only the 13th foul called in the ball game.
And right from the beginning, the opening part of this quarter, Courtney Becker had the assignment on Czinano, and she was doing her best to try to keep her out of the post area.
Who's the Drake?
Becker committing her 1st foul.
Drake is good.
Shot won't go by Warnock. The rebound taken by Czinano. Clark with a long 3, but right in her range, just having a really tough shooting second half. 0 for 6.
You don't like the Drake?
I hate the Drake.
Davis pulls up. She'll fire. She'll miss. And scooping up the rebound, Sarah Beth Gildner. Lead feed inside for Becker. Becker draws contact and gets fouled. Clark on the foul.
Oh, screw the Drake.
I love the Drake.
I love the Drake.
Clark coming in from behind, smile on her face. Going to get a look at it to see
Oh, screw the Drake.
if she got a piece of her. And doesn't matter if you think you did it, if the officials think you did it,
Love the Drake.
that's what counts.
Becker knocks down the free throw. She's kind of underrated off the Bulldog bench, but she's got 4 rebounds. She's got 3 points and an assist. Seems like when she comes in, and if the defensive end does her job as well,
And
she
little
chases
things,
down a rebound.
right on cue. Little plays like that is what make her so valuable.
And Dinnerville will go to the line with Warnock committing her 3rd foul.
Boy, I'm really starting to dislike the Drake.
Hate the Drake.
I told you the Drake was bad.
Dinnerbeer saw it right away, saw that there was a driving alley for her to drive through, took it right at the defense, and Warnock doing what, don't give up the and one, so she really handcuffed her, didn't let her get the ball to the hoop.
The only shot that Dinnerbeer has missed thus far was her free throw attempt, but she knocks that one down, and this one will tie the score. Game tied up for the 4th time. 62-all with 9:08 left in regulation. Warnock out, Davis in for Iowa. Hawkeyes coming off a 115-point offensive performance against Evansville, which set a school record.
You know, and we were joking this morning, they're averaging after their 2 games, 101 points a game.
Dinnerbeer with the steal. Dinnerbeer all the way. Misses her first shot from the floor today. Meyer tries to answer and can't. Becker can't save it, and it's Iowa basketball.
Boy, golden opportunity for the Bulldogs there to get a big bucket after the steal.
4 ties, 5 lead changes. Drake has led for 21 minutes, and Iowa for almost 7 minutes. Bulldogs' biggest lead was 9 early in the 2nd quarter. Hawkeyes' biggest lead 4 in the 3rd quarter. Here's Clark. You can't keep her down forever, and after missing her first 6 shots of the second half, she nails that one.
I hate the Drake.
Just moving into that shot, able to get the floater and knock it down.
Becker draws the foul, and she will go to the line with a foul called on Kate Martin.
Boy, I'm really starting to dislike the Drake.
I told you the Drake was bad.
Hate the Drake.
Becker doing such a great job of posting up, getting Martin on her backside, backing her down and calling for the basketball.
Becker, an outstanding student who has been admitted to the Drake Pharmacy School, and just when they hand you the white coat and they admit you to the pharmacy school, that's a major accomplishment. Grace Berg getting ready to come back for the Bulldogs. Becker knocks down a couple of free throws. And it's a 1-point game again. She will now leave in favor of Grace Berg.
You know, you have to be impressed with the Bulldogs bench because they have come in with every substitution. They have not dropped off at all.
Got to love the sign.
And especially when Maggie Bear has been ridden with foul problems. McCauley picks up her 2nd foul. You're looking down the stretch. Drake with 2 timeouts remaining. Hawkeyes with 3.
Hate the sign.
There's the foul. And that sends Clark to the line. 21 points for Caitlin Clark. We mentioned so pumped up about playing in her hometown. The 3rd quarter, she probably would like to forget, but she's a player who can explode at any moment. And totally put a team on her back.
Yeah, she's a player where you don't think, oh, she's having an off shooting night, just let her go, because she'll light it up in a hurry.
Meyer finds Bear. Bear looking for McCauley underneath. And McCauley gets fouled. It's a Clark foul once again. That's her third.
And trailing on the play as McCauley made the cut. She was in behind. Good look as McCauley cuts right in front of her.
Oh, screw the
And
Drake.
gets the push from behind.
Drake in the bonus on the next Hawkeye foul. Berg with the miss. Clark leads the break.
I hate the Drake.
Feeds Czinano, and Czinano gets underneath the basket and misses the shot, but she got fouled by McCauley.
Getting back in transition defense, McCauley gets right on Czinano's back, gets her across the arm, but what great court awareness to know that your teammate's cutting right there on your left shoulder to lead her with that bounce pass.
Czinano 7 of 8 from the foul line, misses for the second time. Her career high 38 in her junior year against Purdue. She has 25 this afternoon. And she misses both free throws. And the ball tipped out of bounds. And it's going to stay on the Hawkeye end. Drake will make a change. Sarah Beth Geldner back in. Taylor McCauley goes out. Caitlin Clark inbound. 7:46 left in regulation. Clark found O'Grady. They go back to O'Grady on the post against Bear. Davis tries a reverse layup and hits it. Nice shot with Bear draped all over her.
Yeah, doing a great job of protecting the ball as she went up, gets the reverse.
Here's Berg taking it right to the rack and scoring against Martin. Grace Berg just, that time, just muscling her way in to score.
Yeah, just imposed her will against Kate Martin, just able to take it up, get it off the glass.
On the wing it is Davis.
Well, if you look down low, Bears in front of O'Grady, leaning on one another, trying to get position.
Oh, that has been a big battle. O'Grady sets the screen for Clark. Clark misses the layup. Clark tumbles to the floor. So does Bear.
Got to love the Drake.
There'll be any foul called. Nope, just some inadvertent contact as both Bear and Clark went down. Drake can tie it with the 2, lead it with the 3. Berg, couple of twists and fakes and fires and scores, and has a chance to put the Bulldogs in the lead as Martin fouls her. Clutch baskets by Berg here in the early moments of the fourth quarter.
She repositioned herself down low, went the other way, went to the right side, got Martin to go that way, ducks back up and under, and gets the contact, goes to the free throw line for the and one.
Martin with 3 fouls leaves. Warnock with 3 fouls comes in. Czinano, a brief rest, and she'll come back for O'Grady. Berg 2 of 2 this afternoon from the free throw line, an 81% foul shot shooter a season ago. Completes the three-point play to give the Bulldogs the lead at 69-68. Dinnebeer has been with Clark all day, has forced her to turn it over a couple of times. She finds Czinano, makes a terrific catch in traffic to score.
That's between 2 defenders, able to catch the ball, step away, shoots a little fadeaway.
Well, I'm not sure how she held on with those 2 defenders draped on her, but she did it.
Yes, they had somebody in front and in back, and she was able to go up and get the ball and maintain possession.
Ball inside intended for Berg. Warnock knocks it away. Berg goes to the court trying to get it back. Tie ball called. Possession error will keep it in the Drake end as Miller and Becker come back into the lineup. And Dinderbeer and Bear will leave.
We're going to get a look at the pass inside. Here comes a backside help. She's able to step away from it and get it up over the rim. And now the Bulldogs need to be aware they have 11 seconds left on the shot clock.
Gildner will inbound. Comes outside to Berg, nearly knocked away, and is knocked away by Warnock. Big steal by Warnock. She drives, she scores. Big steal by McKenna Warnock to open a 3-point Hawkeye lead.
And that was something they worked on in shoot around this morning, the inbound plays of the Bulldogs and how they were going to defend it.
Warnock, as you mentioned, sometimes underrated, but comes up with big plays. Here's the feed for Berg. She goes inside and gets fouled by Warnock. Warnock finds it hard to believe based on the expression on her face, and she's got her 4th foul.
Bulldogs have really been concentrating on going inside to Grace Berg,
I told you the Drake was bad.
and she has responded with a varying types of moves.
Berg with 15 points. Hannah Stolke, the freshman from Cedar Rapids, Washington, replaces Warnock, who leaves with 4 fouls. Berg will shoot 2. Grace Berg last year averaged 11 points a ball game. Thus far this season, 20 in 1 performance, and so far 15 tonight. So she is up her scoring so far. Seems to up her energy level so far this season. And we have an official timeout. It's going to be an official timeout, media timeout, with 5:43 to go in the ball game. Lisa Luter trying to get her team back into the lead, as right now her team's up by 3.
Now on the bench, sitting there with those 4 fouls, Clark still in the ball game with the 3.
Berg looks for her 16th and 17th point of the ball game. Berg now 4 of 4 from the foul line, 6 of 11 from the floor, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, just 1 turnover. She knocks down both free throws. It's a 1-point game with 5:42 to play. Becker on Clark. Marshall guarded by Meyer.
Bulldogs staying in that zone. They've got Miller manning the middle.
Clark on the miss. The rebound taken by Anna Miller. Miller doing a terrific job on the boards. Just 4 rebounds, but so often she is screened off, and so somebody else could get the rebound. Breakout rebounding Iowa, 39-31. Lob comes inside, and Becker will go to the line, and Clark now does have 4 fouls.
Boy, I'm really starting to dislike the Drake.
Hate the Drake.
Becker doing a great job of coming across,
I told you the Drake was bad.
trying to get in the post. Clark just a little bit late, lagging behind and reaching in.
Becker, 5 points and 5 rebounds off the bench for Drake. She can tie the score by hitting this free throw. That's only the 3rd Bulldog miss from the line. They're 11 of 14. And back-to-back misses. Rebound by Stolke.
Good box out by Stolke.
Again, she's a terrific athlete, very explosive, and what a great future the freshman has. Here's Marshall looking in against Becker. Tries to get the ball to Czinano, and it's kicked by Becker, and so the shot clock resets. It's down to 13, and it resets to 20.
Bulldogs have done a good job adjusting now. Marshall hit a couple of 3s. They're very aware of where she is on the floor, getting out and covering up.
Barton back in. Caitlin Clark with those 4 fouls will sit out with 4:45 to play. How long she sits out will be an interesting question. The lob comes inside to Czinano. A couple of fakes on Miller, and she scores. 29 for Monica Czinano. Berg calling for it on the left wing. Now Miller looking inside to Becker, who can't be take away by Marshall.
Tried to make that bounce pass in between 2 defenders, just could not get enough on it, and the Hawkeye defense gets a hand on it and able to steal it.
Davis cuts underneath, has a block by Miller. Anna Miller comes up with her 5th block of the evening. Berg in trouble. Almost lost it, but it was picked up by Becker. Again, Becker doing the little things off the bench for the Bulldogs. And the not-so-little things. Here's Berg with a drive and a miss and a foul called on Stolke. And that will be her 2nd. Bulldogs are in the bonus for the final 3:46 in regulation. As Berg will go to the line.
Berg tried to challenge Stolke initially, couldn't find anything, kicks the ball back out, and then again challenges her again, is able to draw the foul on her.
Grace Berg has hit all 5 free throw attempts. And she knocks that one in. Not pretty, but it bounced in and it counts just the same.
That's why you can use all parts of the rim, let it bounce around, as long as it falls through.
And that time it does not fall through. The Bulldogs struggling at the line here in the 4th quarter.
They've been so good throughout 3 quarters and now struggling just a little bit as we get into the last few minutes of this ball game.
Again, Clark with 4 fouls, not on the court. A Drake foul.
And they called a hand check on Gildner out top.
Her 2nd foul. Bulldogs with 4, so on the next one, the Hawkeyes will be in the bonus. There's Caitlin Clark reporting back in. Clark, a 7 for 22 shooting performance, 3 of 11 from 3's, total of 20 points. But Clark with only 4 in the 2nd half. Lob for Czinano. She misses, and the ball is saved by Stolke, and she misses with a block by Bear, but then a recovery.
Well, they just hung around the rim and waiting for the ball to come to them, stayed after it, and got the 2 points.
Czinano now with 31 points. Bulldogs in arrears by 4 with 3 minutes left in regulation. Crowd chants loud, "Let's go Drake." Shot clock at 9.
The Drake is great.
Bear takes it to the baseline. Bear with a layup to score.
Czinano had to come out. Bear gave a nice ball fake, got her in the air, and hits the nice floater off the glass.
Stolke against Berg. Iowa with the basketball and a 2-point lead at 2.5 left to play.
Oh, screw the Drake.
Clark gets the screen, hits the 3. Czinano with the screen. Clark gets a big 3 for Iowa.
Just waiting up top, waiting for that screen to come. Gets a screen from Czinano, able to come off of it with a dribble and knock it down.
Dinnebeer working against Marshall. Marshall doing a good job trying to prevent Dinnebeer from getting the ball. This time, though, Berg finds her, and Dinnebeer will go to the line, drawing the foul against Marshall.
Hate the Drake.
Well, Marshall's really battled, trying to keep Dinnebeer away from the basket, away from the paint.
Clark gets the ball up top, asking for the screen, gets it. Dinnebeer goes underneath, and that leaves Clark wide open.
Of course, she's been the leading scorer in the country the last couple of years and does not lack for confidence. And why not? Dinnebeer misses a free throw. The Bulldogs really struggling at the line. That would be their 4th free throw miss here in the 4th quarter. At a time they can ill afford to have that happen. Katie Dinnebeer now with 20 points, and that equals a career high for her. Foul called on Berg as she reaches over on the pass at the high post for Stolke. Hannah Stolke will go to the line. Just 2 out of 7 on the season thus far for the Hawkeye freshman.
And has struggled at the line, so maybe not a bad player to foul in this situation.
And she hits that one with pressure. Drake trying to knock off Iowa for just the 2nd time in 20 meetings. One more for Hannah Stolke. McCauley battles Czinano for the rebound. It's off Czinano. It's Drake basketball. 1:57 to play. 5-point Iowa lead.
Bulldogs with this possession need to take their time, get a high percentage shot, and there you go.
Doesn't get much more high percentage than that. A career best for Katie Dinnebeer. On that, her 22nd point. And Dinnebeer now 9 of 10 from the floor. Czinano pitches to Stolke. Stolke misses the layup. The rebound is battled for and is grabbed by Drake, and Stolke with a foul, and Bear will go to the line. Or did they call it the other? Yeah, that's the way they called it.
Yeah, I think Stolke reaches in, and I think Maggie Bear is going to step to the free throw line.
Bear 2 of 2 today.
Ball is batted around. Stolke comes in from The backside trying to strip her of the basketball and gets too much of Maggie Bear.
Bear at the line, just a 60%er last year, but so far off to a better start at the line this year, and she nails the free throw. She has 11 points in double figures for both of her games so far this season. One more for the senior from Glen Ellen, Illinois. That's the Bulldogs' 5th miss of the quarter from the strike.
Iowa going to take their time on this possession. It looks like the Bulldogs are switching up, going man for man.
Czinano makes the catch and a foul called on the Bulldogs as Meyer tried to come in from behind to swipe it away, and she gets the foul. Czinano with a 31-point performance goes to the line. Just a little swipe at it by Meyer.
Yeah, and they were trying to get, we kind of talked a little bit during one of the timeouts, that they're going to play behind Czinano. They have to have somebody come and dig down from the outside, maybe try to strip her of the basketball as she makes a move to the basket.
Czinano 7 of 10 from the foul line. And she misfires. So the best she can do is give her team a 1-point lead, and it's still a 1-possession game for Drake with 1:16 to play.
And you have to make sure you're boxing out as well. If this one comes off the rim, you don't want to give up an offensive rebound.
It does come off the rim, and the Bulldogs do get the rebound in the person of Bear. Crowd is on their feet. Dinnebeer tries to clear. Bear drives. Bear has an opening and scores. Nobody took Maggie Bear up, and she tied the score at 80.
See how the Bulldogs go defensively and how Iowa is going to run their offense. You have to believe they're going right inside.
Yep, and with good reason.
Iowa's going to get a quick timeout. And I think the Bulldogs may try to advance the ball into the half court. Dribble down, kick it out to Bear. Czinano again has to come out because Bear can shoot it from 3 and able to drive right by, but they go right back into Czinano, who has been so efficient today.
49 seconds left in regulation. Remember, 5 of the last 6 games at the Knapp Center in this series have gone down to single digits, and this one will too.
Yeah, we knew that coming in. It's always a great ball game. High scoring, we're seeing a lot of points put on the board. It's hard fought, very intense, and every fan that is in here is getting their money's worth.
Reset for you. There's the timeout situation. Both teams are in the bonus as far as the foul situation is concerned, and the possession arrow belongs to the Hawkeyes. Drake will play it out of the backcourt. Dinnebeer comes up the court. Marshall on her. There's Berg finding Bear. Bear again trying to get around Czinano. Now Gildner will pull up. Meyer with 15 on the shot clock. Dinnebeer trying to get around Marshall. Puts the ball into the court. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Dinnebeer finds an opening and scores. She just stuck right with it until she found her opening, and a timeout taken by Iowa. 82 all, 23.9 to play.
They're going to take the timeout. I think it's a full timeout, so they're going to get a long time to be able to draw this one up and talk about how they want to take this last possession. Dinnebeer with a good ball handling, splits the defenders. Once she got by the 2 defenders, nobody was there to pick her up.
Dinnebeer with an incredible career best of 24 has missed only 1 shot from the floor. 82 all the score, 23.9 seconds remain. Again, Hawkeyes 1 timeout left, Drake with 2. Warnock takes the inbound feed from Marshall. Dinnebeer on Clark. Hawkeyes play for the last shot in regulation. 10 seconds to go. Now Martin looks in the corner for Marshall. Marshall puts the shot up, gets off. Rebounded by Czinano. We're going to go to overtime.